with Champions out soon, well, this is coming out after. However, I still want to talk about some things I want to see changes wise before the game officially comes out. We know that NFVs are not going to be in the game at launch. They could bring in Porygon 2, Dusclops, Clefairy one day, and that will be a buff to the healthiness of the game. Dusclops and Porygon are some of the best Trick Room setters, and Clefairy is an incredible support Pokemon. But I'd like to talk about some mods that some changes that I want to see. One of these is with Chansey, which you're probably like, what am I talking about? Minimize, and we're going to also pinpoint to Muck. Minimize is incredible for both of these Pokemon nowadays. Chansey actually, I'm pretty sure actually lost it in Gen 8, if I remember correctly. Let's actually just go to here. Yeah, I believe it lost in modern games, but I don't want it back. It's incredibly toxic. These are just... You just became a toxic stall, you just became seismic toss spam. There was actual strategies for this. There were counters, but it's supposed to be ladder slop. You actually timer stalled in Gen 4. So we know that, anyhow, moving on. We know that the first part of Champions is going to be Mega and mostly healthy mons. I want Rilla to stop using Woodhammer because I don't like Grassy Surge on it. It just makes it broken. If I had to give it something, give it Punk Rock, because if I remember correctly, Jump Beating is classified as sound. This could be changed, but this is this is such a neat idea to me. But hypothetically, if we killed some of the starters' hidden abilities, for example, at the first months of Champions, it would be an interesting format to see. And I want my favorite thing back in all of Pokemon. If we look over at Sneasler, it's a completely normal Pokemon right now. It was broken in Rage. Give me Flying Gem Acrobatics again. If I had to put this into words, try doing Bat Shrugs. This hit every dopamine thing you could ever think of. And one coming off of 200 attack in VGC, this would hurt and I would love it. This is my favorite thing in all of Pokemon, but I haven't seen it since Gen 5. We do have the normal gem still, but it's not the same. This was way too much fun. And now I'd like to go over here and ask the question, what Mega would Psyspam even want to run? Glade, if it gets its old sharpness, could be incredible. But that is if they even want to change its ability. Because nowadays it'll be originally it's Inner Focus, which did get buffed, but it isn't as it isn't as useful as Sharpness. However, like, Queer Amulet Glade is doing the exact same thing that Mega Glade's Inner Focus would be doing. But it confuses me. Mega Mawile could also be an incredible, could be, also Hyper Cutter. Like the same thing that Inner Focus is doing. Being immune to Intimidate before or after Mega, like these two. And then just having, some of the strongest physical attacking moves in the game. Because Side Spam does struggle with special attacking walls. Other than, Glade, where it can come and do what it needs. Assault Vest Bolt does a lot into Side Spam. Delphox could also be good, but this Levitate, are we truly going to copy, are we going to copy ZAOU to run Gravity? I really hope not. This just seems like a joke. Other changes I want to see. You, get nerfed. Just, please. Make It Rain is incredibly good. Even if we look back at Reg A for Goldango, Murkrow Haze did everything back then. And it's in Goldango through the entirety of Scarlet Violet was still pretty decent. If we did change this Pokemon, I would like this just to go down to 100 and 90. Then you would have to consider it and not, do I really want to risk double missing? When we have moves like Astral from Cali Shadow, I get it, but this won't be fun at the start of the game. Another few ideas. You are going to be incredibly good because of one thing. Weather Ball is going to break Charizard in. I expect Charizard Venucores again, because these two are incredible whenever Sun is allowed. And now we have the strongest weather setter in the entire game. And unless we have a good Cloud9 Pokemon, I am scared. Rain won't be as good, but Drampa might get, Drampa Mega might get Drizzle, but I don't think this is gonna be a good Pokemon. So countering Charizard isn't gonna be as necessary, or isn't gonna be its main role. We might have T-Tar Drill Sand allowed. We definitely will be having Snow. But 3 of those lose to Charizard. So Weather Ball will be broken. You will be broken because of Life Orb, Chlorophyll, Earth Power, Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, Sleep Powder. This mon will do these two as a duo will just break the start of the game. We don't know if Hidden Power is allowed, but looking at it here, it's a time to talk about it. Hidden Power won't be good as if it returns in Champions. The main Pokemon to be scared of with Hidden Power are monsters that are 4 times weak to move most of the time. Other than Blacephalon, where it used Hidden Power fighting to counter Heatran, it doesn't, Hidden Power won't even be good because Champions doesn't have individual values. These will just be gone. So like we can't even choose the hidden power. It's just been gone since Gen 7, and it doesn't have a reason to return ever. And let's see, what one last thing can I talk about? Oh, you. You don't need your status anymore restricted. During, like, looking at Terapagos, these are just fine. This is a legendary Pokemon with 600 attack, BST, but like, it's just a worse Lunala in this form, and its Terra form. This one is completely fine. This one would be balanced and on like it wouldn't if it didn't have its Terra gimmick. This mon could just be a normal Pokemon. Ogerpon is a bit weirder to consider because, well, it has so many different variations. Just these three alone have, just these four alone have completely different playstyles. A an attacking support Pokemon, a sturdy follow me here, one of the an incredibly strong Defiant Pokemon, and then one of the strongest counters to Heatran and Incin. Because embodied aspect fire is incredibly good for just dealing damage. Terapagos could just be a normal Pokemon. You know? It makes sense for it to be in Natex and OU. Why can't we test it for just a normal VGC format? If it's just the Megas allowed, we could have it too. It has pretty fine coverage, but what does Terapagos do that most Pokemon don't?